Ooh, there's a little sign that says I'm live. Yes, back on the East Coast. Was out west for a while. North of San Francisco, had a swell time visiting up there. Um, uh, yeah, they've got a lot of COVID out there. Not me. I just tested, and I am good to go. Let's see. This is the our 81st show. Our 81st show. Wow, that's it sure has been swell for me, guys. Anyhow, today is Flag Day. Flag Day, and hold on, let me check with my producer. What year was this day? 1777 is when we adopted the flag. I wonder if it looked like the way it looks today. Obviously,
it looks like how Betsy Ross did it.
Oh, okay.
13 colonies.
13 colonies. Well, I know it didn't have 40. Okay. Geez, jeepers. I'm going to prove what you people have already been suspecting, and that's that I'm probably not that smart. Anyhow, here we are. Oh, so glad to be back with you. And if I'm looking sort of a little worn, that's because I'm a little worn. Every time I do this, I took the red eye home from San Francisco. And every time I take a red eye home, I say the same thing that you say when you take the red eye home. I'm never going to do this again. And then the memory of it fades, and I'll find myself sort of sandwiched in a few situations of something that I want to do. And I always come to that same conclusion. Wow, I'll just take the red eye. And of course, this time when I take the red eye, I will sleep well. I will rest the full way across the country, and I will not get a full night's sleep, but never happens. So maybe I'll learn someday. But the chances are good that I won't. All right, here we go. With one wave of that mighty hand, the stormy seas were parted. It's gonna be so easy. Let's get started. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. You never know where it's gonna go. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. Is he grooving down the street as he's set to bust a move when the speakers on Broadway blow a monumental groove? The crowd is getting restless, and certainly it behooves Livy to keep it straight and smooth on the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. We'll never know where it's gonna go. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. And brought to you today by, as always, since its very inception, brought to you by WMVY, listener-supported radio on the island of Martha's Vineyard. And I'm there on Martha's Vineyard. My producer and I are broadcasting from Martha's Vineyard. And it's turning into the bucolic place. June is very interesting because it's not. It's the weather is getting nice, beautiful day today, for example, but it hasn't quite filled up yet. So the weather's going to be nice in July, but it's going to get crowded around here. Anyhow, also brought to you today by Larson's Fish Market. Larson's Fish Market, they're down in Menemsha. Betsy Larson, Christine, they've been around a long time. I don't mean that in any disparaging way to Betsy, but Larson's Fish Market has been around a long time, and they've got it right. They do a great job there. Not much of a website. Find them on Facebook or Twitter, and the same thing is
And Instagram.
and
I mean, they may be on Twitter, but that's not where you.
Instagram, not Twitter. Oh God, am I clueless? Anyhow. Yes. And also, sponsor today. Come on, Livingston. Get over that jet lag right now. I'm warning you. Outermost Inn, run by, and their website is outermostinn.com. And the chef up there is Scott Cruz. Crew. Yeah. Didn't I say Scott Crew? I don't know. Tell me, did I say Scott Crew? I'm crazy about my producer. Anyhow, also my niece, Alex Taylor, it was started by my brother Hugh and his wife, Jeannie, and now sort of has been taken over by Alex, his daughter, my niece, Alex, and she's a good one. Yeah, follow on Instagram and Facebook, and there you can check in with them. And songs. So I have this list of songs, and I look through, and I love it when it's been a while since I've played one of them. This is one of my favorite types of songs to play. Basically a little pop song. If for a moment you were me, I were you, how would it be? Would you fall apart when I walk by? Hang around to catch my eye, be jealous of another guy. If I were you and you were I. Would everybody laugh at you? Would they wonder what you're trying to do? Or would you have to find a place where a love like ours is no disgrace? Would you have to touch the sky if I were you and you were I? Would it bring me down, watching while this foolish clown runs around to find a way to say I love you? Then you will know what I've been through, what it is to be in love with you. Sometimes hot, sometimes cold, always crazy, never old. Would you think you were a lucky guy if I were you and you were I, and you were I? and you will rise. Yeah, I wrote that song with John Curtis, whose nickname is Crouton. John Crouton Curtis. He lives up in Newburyport with his wife, Janny. Old and a dear friend and a wonderful, wonderful songwriter. And imagine my joy when I looked down my song list and saw that I hadn't done this song in ages. Okay. No, that's not a COVID cough. Over, under, in and out, up, down, and round about. You're one in a million, I'm nothing but free. And anyone can see you're the boss of me. I like it that way. We go to fancy restaurants. I want to pay. We ride upon your pony. I sit in the back. You're the boss of me. I like it like that. You're the boss of me. I like the way you dress. I'm standing at attention. I'm ready for your test. Make the questions real hard. If I pass, we'll play. You're the boss of me. I like it that way. Some folks like to be in charge, push everyone around, or they love listening to themselves. Their voice is their favorite sound. Now me, I'm an engine, and I'm purring low. But don't kid yourself if you step on the gas. We're gonna get up and go. You're the boss of me. I'd like to touch your skin, but I'd never ever do it without your permission. Oh, big, big bear, itty bitty kitty cat, you're the boss of me. I like it like that. Oh, if your way is wet, my coat's your mat. If you need to be alone, well, I'll just turn off the TV, get up off the couch and scat. If you don't like them, to me they turn into a dirty rat. I wanna be the first to apologize at the end of a spat. You're the boss of me. Oh, I like it like that. God, I had a good time writing that song. It made me laugh. If you want to be alone, well, I'll get up off the couch and scat. If you don't like them, to me, they turn into a dirty rat. I want to be the first to apologize at the end of a spat. Yeah, it's fun. When you're writing that part of a song, you're generally pretty much through it. And that's, it's sort of tumble time lyrically. You just timed up partay a little bit because all the form, etc., of having written the song, that's done and it's established. And if it's not locked in, it's pretty close. So yeah, it's fun to get there. Ooh, birthdays.
Good question. What tuning was your Boss of Man?
That tuning, as is the case with virtually all my tunings, a straight standard guitar tuning, E, A, D, G, B, E, just standard tunings. But the reason why, when James and I play, the reason why they sound, it sounds like we're in alternative tunings, and that's because look here, people. Always we're so if we're fingering a string, we're not touching the ones that we're not fingering. So what happens is that everything gets to ring all the time, and particularly in the key of E, because your top string is an E, your bottom string is an E. So when you're filling in, and one of the things I do play in the key of C, all right, this is turning into much more information that they need. My producer is on me. So when I play in C, the problem with C is that that E is a third. It's not a tonic. It's not a five. It's a third. So, and it's not completely dissonant, but it's not that close. So to play in C, to play in F, these are tougher keys for me to play in. Generally, I'm playing in E, A, the five. I'm playing in D, which is the a dominant. I got a lot of nice ringing chords there in D. E, A, D, G. G is a favorite for me. But again, a lot of just up 3 frets and you get the G chord there. All right, but don't be sloppy when you play. Hit those chords nice and clean. Where was I? Oh, yes, birthdays, anniversaries. Birthday, Kathy Hankinson, Craig Hankinson, his daughter, Craig, an old and a dear friend of mine, agent extraordinaire. Both of them are great agents and have worked with me a lot over the years, and always a blessing. The shows they find for me tend to be very, very good. And that birthday is Kathy's birthday is today. Deborah Palmer, 6'9", coming up. So we passed through her birthday. Happy birthday. Beth Fleischer, 6'10". Trish Keller, 6'15". John Ziakis, my buddy John Ziakis. What a wonderful man and wonderful intellect he is. 6'16", up in a couple of days. Gary Reams is 6'24". And Gina and Charlie Clapper are 6'24", and they will be at 6'24", 20-year anniversary. How sweet that is. Great. A little heart there, put in by my producer. Not to mention a little celebratory piece of birthday cake. Nicely done. So we're coming up on the summer solstice. The summer solstice. We've drifted through the equinox, the vernal equinox, where day and night are the same. And now we're coming where the night is very, very short and the day is very, very long. I got to tell you, people, my favorite time of year. I love sunshine. I love sunshine and I love lots of daylight. If you're thinking about it, this is a great time of year to go up to Alaska because the sun doesn't set till almost 11 o'clock and then it just gets a twilight. I'm talking about Haines, Alaska now. Then it just gets a twilight and it drifts back. It's twilight, basically. And when I say twilight, it gets as dark as a brightly lit moon, a full moon night. And then it starts to get light again around 1 o'clock. So it's it doesn't leave you for long up there. Ooh, love constant light. And I tend to wake up pretty early. You know, the young ones, they sleep a lot. That's good. I'm not so young. So I love it when it's first light. And this time of year again, that's early. And the day gets light and the sun starts to creep up in the sky. And this morning I was looking out and God, it was beautiful. Reminded me, there's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing right up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. This is the first song that Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein wrote together. And I don't have the exact date, but I do have a story that surrounds it. And the story was that they had gotten together, and Richard Rodgers had been working with Lorenz Hart, Larry Hart, for decades. And Lorenz Hart, obviously a great song lyricist, but difficult to find. Drank a lot, probably alcoholic. Gay in a time when it was very difficult to be gay. Anyhow, Richard Rodgers started working with Oscar Hammerstein, and Oscar Hammerstein was so organized. And the story is that Oscar gave these lyrics all neatly typed up to Richard Rodgers, and they went their separate ways. And when Oscar Hammerstein got back to his apartment, and we're talking 1941 here, perhaps 1942, right in the Second World War. His phone was ringing. And when he lifted it up, Richard Rodgers played him this melody. to his beautiful lyrics. All the cattle are standing like statues. All the cattle are standing like statues. They don't make a move when they see me walk by, but a little brown heifer is weak in his eye. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, what a beautiful day. Forget about it. Richard Rogers and Oscar Hammerstein II. Listen, you young ones out there, you go and find Richard Rogers and Hammerstein, Lerner in Lowe, Alan J. Lerner, Fritz Lowe, Cole Porter. Gee, there were some great writers out there and great lyricists. And study those lyrics. It's Father's Day coming up. Let me see, my own father passed a long time ago now. He was 74. And I'm 71. Uh-oh, be careful, Livingston. My producer is sort of looking at me incredulously. No, don't worry, there isn't a male out there that doesn't think about their own life and where and how old their father was if they're gone. Anyhow, this Father's Day is coming up. And so this is a song called My Father's Eyes. My father stands before me in a place that's his alone. I'm guided to the future. I have the world to roam. I stand up and I'm counted 1,000,000 miles from home. I can see forever in my Father's eyes. My Father sits before me, his hands upon his chin. His fingers touch his lips until my story ends. Patiently we get it straight. The who's, the wins, the whys, truth ever protected in my Father's eyes. My Father's eyes, my Father's hands. Daddy, quickly pick me up. When will I be a man? When will I live long enough to make somebody fly? When will the mirror show me my Father's eyes? My father's resting in a chair in a long cold winter sun. He falls into a restless sleep, still itching for the run. The arms are thin and the movement slow, but there'll be one more try. Strength has another measure in my Father's eyes. My Father's eyes, my father's hands. Daddy quickly picked me up. When will I be a man? When will I live long enough to make somebody fly? When will the mirror show me my father's eyes? When will the mirror show me my father's eyes? Wow, I haven't done that one in a while. I like that one. Yeah, I'm like some of you out there. I miss my dad. Sure is fun to bring his memory to mind. Thank you for that indulgence. Let's see. Ooh. Upcoming shows. You know I'm glad to get out there and see your faces. Center Stage. This is tomorrow. Center Stage, Rochester, New York. Rochester, you've got Vermont written here. I was saying to my...
Whatever.
Well, no, not whatever, because I'm going to actually be traveling there. Is it Rochester, Vermont, or New York?
What do you think?
I think it's
He
Rochester.
loves when I make a mistake.
I want you to know the producer made a mistake, and this is rare. This is stunningly rare. Rochester, New York, tomorrow. Center Stage, Rochester. New York, SVAC, Southern Vermont Arts Center. Because my producer said to me before our show, she said, will you remember SVAC? And I was looking at her and I hadn't remembered, but somehow telescopically it came in. Southern Vermont Arts Center, Manchester, Vermont. July 2nd, we'll be there. Harry Chapin Lakeside Theater, East Meadow, New York, 7-3. 7-2, Vermont, 7-3. East Meadow, that's out on Long Island, and 7-8. So we got a little time to get between these two places. Fruitlands. I love the word fruit. Fruitlands, Harvard, Mass. Fruitlands. And Westport. Wait a minute. My producer is sort of twerking off here. Westport Rivers Vineyard. Well, I was gone for a while. It sure is good to see her again. Yay. Anyhow, Westport Rivers Vineyard, Westport, Mass. That's going to be a lovely event. That's 7-9, July 9th. And, I'm going to close off with just a little taste for Kathy and Diane. They're on me about the banjo. So I took my banjo and I got it sort of tuned up at the Music Emporium out in Lexington, Massachusetts. Music Emporium. This is sort of a sideways endorsement. They do a wonderful job there. You want a good guitar. It's just a good place to do if for stringed instruments. It's the best. You want a good pizza, don't go there. But if you want a good stringed instrument or to have your stringed instrument cared for, it's a good place indeed. I've traveled round this country wide, seeking fortune fair. Up and down the two coastlines, I've been everywhere. from Portland East to Portland West, back along the line. I'm on my way to Louisville, that old hometown of mine. 8 more miles to Louisville, it's coming in my view. 8 more miles on this old road, I'll never more be blue. I knew someday I'd come back and do it from the start. 8 more miles to Louisville, the hometown of my heart. Reminds me of that Jonathan Edwards song. Do you remember Jonathan Edwards? Listen, he's still out there spanking a microphone somewhere. You go find him. He would sing, everybody knows her, she's the one to love. Everybody knows her, she's the one to love. It will take time to tell her. She came by to tell you she wants you back again. Try your luck again. She wants you back again. Try your luck again. She's out west waiting for the sun to rise. She's out west waiting for the sun to rise. Sun in her eyes, sun in her sky, says she wants you back again. Try your luck again. She wants you back again. Try your luck again. She wants you back again. Try her luck again. Fun to play that banjo. Oh my goodness, we have run over on our time. Run over on time on the Livingston Taylor show. Guess what?
That never happens.
I love running over. I love being with you for longer. Yeah. So, also, hey, it's just us. We get to run over. Our sponsors again for today. WMVY, listener supported radio. Larson's Fish Market. Larson's Fish Market. Christine and Betsy serving it up in Menempsha, making people feel good. The outermost end, started by my brother Hugh and my sister-in-law Jeannie, and now still run by them, but with Sutter Scott Crew, the head chef, and my beautiful niece Alex Taylor. You got a problem, you call up Alex. That woman's a little problem solver. And yep, that's our sponsors for today. You know, being with you guys for the last 40 minutes has so improved how I feel, so improved my mood. Thank you for that beautiful gift. I love you guys. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. You never know where it's gonna go. We're out of time. We're gonna leave you now. We'll be back in a couple of weeks, I know. We're gonna turn on the tap and let it flow. It's the Livingston Taylor Show.